Hi everyone, it's great to see you all again, and today we're going to be talking about the Valentine's Day wonderful oil Rose-Otto. And so I know we're all excited to hear about this very wonderful oil, but let's answer a few questions first. Should we always use distilled water when making blends? Yes, absolutely, because we do not know what is in the street water or the tap water. Oftentimes there are chemicals and there are electrolytes that we don't know of, and we don't want to put those on our body and on our faces. What should we use to clean newly purchased containers and reuse containers? Well, what we need to do is we can soak them in some Castile soap with a little bit of essential oils and let them just soak in there for a little bit and until the scent is gone and any residue. Then rinse them very vigorously with warm water. Once they're well rinsed, then soak them in distilled water and let them soak at least for 30 minutes. Once they're soaked, then you can air dry them or dry them with a towel and they're ready to use. Alright, is there such a thing as too many oils? No, only if you have adverse effects, which are not common. The more you use them, the more life you are giving yourself, and remember that you are regenerating cells. Your cells aren't dying off, they're regenerating and they're enhancing your overall wellness. Should oils be switched occasionally? Yes, it is best to use a wide variety of oils because they have hundreds of chemical constituents, and these are metabolized by the liver and the kidneys. Alternate the essential oils, especially if you're using one oil all the time to large parts of the body. Blends are helpful in this case because you have smaller quantities of multiple oils, and that's helpful. Keep a good variety on hand. Ingesting oils, remember only 1 drop for 8 ounces of water if you're not allergic to it, if it is an oil that can be ingested. Alright, let's get into this wonderful oil, Rose-Otto. It is its botanical name and origin. It's known as Rosa Damascena or Damascus rose or damask rose. Its origin is Bulgaria or Turkey. It reigns supreme. It's scent among flowers and fragrances in the world. It's described as the queen of flowers, known as the most sensual of all oils. Its history. Rose-scented ointments have been produced in the Middle East for thousands of years. Distilling from the petals go back as far as the ancient Egyptians and the Arabians some 5,000 years ago. The distillation technology or methodology was lost with the fall of Rome in 500 AD. The Arabians discovered it at about 400 later by Avicenna, who authorized an entire book on healing attributes of rose water during the Islamic age. Biblically, rose is mentioned twice in the Bible and 4 times in the Old Testament Apocrypha. A rose of Sharon and rose of Isaiah are also mentioned in the Bible. Flowers identified some time ago as roses go as far back as Ayurvedas of India, back into 5000 BC. The oldest living rose is in Germany, and it has been there since 815 AD. Rose-Otto vibrates at 320 megahertz, and it has the highest frequency measured of any oil. Oils have a megahertz frequency, and the higher, the more that it emanates love, purity, and the wholeness while connecting mind, body, and spirit. And that's what rose oil does more than anything. It has the highest power known in. It is the highest power known in the universe. Excuse me. The highest power known in the universe is love, and God is love. Raise your frequency refers to raising the vibration frequency to reach a state of spiritual enlightenment. Throughout history, people who have had profound spiritual experiences, visions, or miracles report the scent of roses with it. Some cultures say that the fragrance of rose is the smell of God. Rose-Otto is a middle note. It can be ingested, 1 to 3 for adults, 1 to 6 for children in dilution. It takes 193,000 193,333 petals to make one of these little bottles of essential oil. And the petals must be harvested on the day that they are, the petals must be distilled the day that they're harvested. And so because it's labor intensive and it takes so many petals, this oil is very exquisite and it costs a lot of money. And so unfortunately we won't be able to provide a discount for this oil, but it is an exquisite oil and it is only a one-time annual oil that we will be providing, so you really don't want to miss out on it. Traditionally, it has helped with pain, analgesia, antibacterial, antiseptic. It is an aphrodisiac. It's an emagogue, which means it helps with PMS and menstruation. It's an astringent. It's a sedative. It lowers blood pressure. There are a number of things that I won't get into. You can read on your own as well. Aromatherapy, traditionally, it was used for reducing the appearance of facial blemishes, wrinkles, and scarring. It soothes minor burns, abrasions, and cuts. It relieves chapped skin, acne, again, PMS, postmenopausal symptoms, regulates periods. It alleviates anxiety, nervous tension, and grief. It inspires confident sensuality. It alleviates sadness and sorrow and disappointment. It's associated with the heart chakras. Heart strengthening, opens and heals to love oneself and to others. So the blend that we're going to do today, it is for all skin types and it will leave no oily residue. It's wonderful, wonderful oil. I call it Elegant Evening Elixir. And this oil in particular, it is to rejuvenate and moisturize, and it heals your skin. So I've already blended mine, but I'll tell you what we do. We're going to use jojoba oil, we're going to use sunflower oil as our carriers, and we will use lavender, frankincense, and geranium rose, and Rose-Otto. And then we made a moisturizer previously, so what you will do is you'll make the blend first, and the blend will, what you'll do is 60 drops of jojoba, 60 drops of sunflower. So start with the 60 drops of jojoba, and then blend each oil one at a time in the order that listed with the number of drops listed. So lavender 4 would be first, frankincense 2 would be second, geranium rose 4 would be third, 4 drops, and last but certainly not least, Rose-Otto 2 drops. Then cap up your bottle with 60 drops of the sunflower. Cap your bottle, and I have labeled it, and I even put a little pink stripe on it to remind me that this is the Rose-Otto Elegant Evening Elixir. Then just remember to rotate it those 30 times and let it sit for at least 24 hours for it to synergize. Once you got it set, at night before you go to bed, wash your face, do your toner or whatever it is that you need, your astringent, and then moisturize your face. Remember, we made a moisturizer last time, so use that same moisturizer. So spray your face. Once you've sprayed it, anywhere from 2 to 3 or 4 drops, put them on your finger and just gently spread it all around your face and the décollage right underneath your chin. And then enjoy the wonderful, wonderful properties and how you feel in the scent. And that's it today. So thank you so much, and I look forward to talking with you, and have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day.